Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have my friend. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Walker.
And Walker, dude, what'd you do today?
I went 3-1 at locals with Red Dragon Archfiend structure deck.
Perfect. The structure deck that just came out, right?
Right. I bought 3 of them and put in a couple of extra cards and started playing.
Hell yeah! And today we played a box tournament with the new ban list. And in fact, it is not legal until next week, but we're starting to get a little early. Walker, before we get started, deck profiles. Is there any shout outs or anything you want to give, bro?
Shout out my friends, Zach Ginn, Tyler Thomas, Ben Thomas,
Hell yeah.
for keeping me involved in the game.
Hell yeah, dude. And look, Walker's one of the guys who's been coming to our locals recently with the rest of those guys he's mentioned, and more local people the better. So let's get to deck profile, brother.
Alright, so play 3 Soul Resonator. This, in my opinion, is the best card in the deck. On summon, it searches a level 4 or lower fiend monster, and because it's a tuner, it does everything you need it to. Typically, you're searching out Bone Archfiend, and Bone Archfiend, it's pretty neat. If it's in your hand or graveyard, you can send another card from your hand or graveyard to summon it, and then it also lets you send a Resonator from deck to grave, pretty much, to modify the levels of one of your monsters by increasing or decreasing it by 1.
Interesting.
So typically, if you're just doing a 1 card, it's Soul Resonator, search Bone, ditch a different card, and you're typically going to be sending a Crimson Resonator. Crimson Resonator is pretty neat. If you control a monster, you can summon it, and if you happen to have it in the graveyard whenever you make your synchro, and you have 1 Dark Dragon synchro and only it on the field, you can special summon 2 other Resonators from your deck for free, and that's pretty much everything you need. I played 2 Vision Resonator. This one's also new. It lets you search a spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. Play 1 Red Resonator. It comes up sometimes. It's really good if you're about to go into time.
Hell yeah.
One time today, I think I gained like 3,500 life points. It made it pretty much impossible for my opponents to win.
Yeah, this card's been seeing a lot of play prior to the structure deck coming out, so yeah, that's awesome.
Alright, and then play 1 Creation Resonator. It's just a Resonator. It comes up sometimes. 2 Synchron Resonator. This is probably one of my favorites. If it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Resonator back to your hand. And if you have a Synchro monster, you can just special summon it.
Interesting.
So it's pretty neat. This is another level 4, the only other level 4 that I play. Interesting thing about this card is that it special summons itself whenever you have a tuner on the field with 1500 or less attack, but also during the turn that it's the next turn after it was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it to search a fiend tuner with less than 1500.
Interesting.
So one funny thing, I was playing against Chimera and they pitched this off that level 6 Chimera fusion.
Yeah.
And I went draw phase, stand by phase, main phase, banished this to search, and just went off from there. Didn't matter.
It's free.
Yeah. Alright, so then I played 2 Assault Synchron. Assault Synchron is just a free level 2 tuner, and it helps you synchro climb. Also, sometimes it helps play around Nib, because if you can get back to your synchro, you can still make a decent board. And along with Assault, I played Druid's Worm, Serenir, and Baldric. Baldric was the one that I was wanting to play because you can contribute Dark Dragons to use this effect, but I would have played a Magnemite, but I don't have it.
We'll get you a Magnemite soon. Next profile.
Alright, so then I played the 3 Lubellion to search it. I searched them all out. It worked perfectly, especially with the Assault Synchron tributing one of my Dragon Synchros, summon it back, put a lot of damage on board really quick. Alright, and then for the spells, I played 3 Crimson Gaia. I wanted to see this thing at every turn going first and second if I could see it. You can add any card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from deck to your hand. It also has 2 other effects. If a card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon Red Dragon Archfiend back from your graveyard. and that would include the new Star Red. Played 3 Resonator Command. This fixes the hands where you open up a lot of Resonators and no like monster that you can actually get through to Synchro Summon. Just adds a level 4 lower Fiend Tuner, or Fiend Monster, doesn't have to be a tuner. 3 Resonator Call because we like searching our Resonators. And then I played 3 Tuning as well. And just to get the Assault Synchron. And for the traps, so Crimson Gaia can actually search a trap, Red Zone. And Red Zone is pretty neat. If you control a Red Dragon Archfiend and your opponent activates a card or effect, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. And then also, as a second effect, you can special summon backup banished Dark Dragon Synchro monster. So that pairs well with the Bystials and being able to pop one of your Red Dragons whenever you need to. Actually comes up, and it gets every single turn you can do it. It's great. This is a card I ran, but I actually never drew. So this card, in theory, it's insane. So if you control level 8 or higher Synchro, you can banish everything else on the field. And it makes that Synchro monster can't be targeted.
Peace, man.
I'll just play Take a Bit.
And then if it's in your graveyard, you can add it back to your hand if you summon a Red Dragon Archfiend.
Gotcha. So is that 40 cards, Walker?
It is 42.
42. I noticed that you do add a lot of cards, and funny enough, you were undefeated until the last round, right?
Yep, I lost 2 draws, 2 straight games.
Back-to-back draw to that guy. That's crazy.
But, I mean, it is what it is. If they open up the draw, typically you can still make a somewhat decent board. Like in game 2, he had draw and Imperm. And the Imperm is actually what stopped the combo. It wasn't the draw.
Yeah.
I was able to play through the draw.
Most definitely.
It is what it is.
Let's check out the extra deck, brother.
Alright, so playing 2 hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. It being an actual Red Dragon Archfiend is pretty nice. Like, it's not treated as it, but it has Red Dragon Archfiend in its name. Which I played 2 Bane, and Bane's most useful function, I think, is you can use the hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss to sync into this with a Synchron Resonator, and then you contribute another monster to summon back the hot red. So you end up with a 3,500 or 3,200 monster on board. You're pushing for a lot of damage. I played 1 Red Supernova Dragon. At one point today, I summoned this thing and it had 7,000 attack, and it was really, really fun to do. The other effect isn't that great. It loses to like all the Kashtira monsters, or mainly Finrare. But I played 3 Red Rising Dragon. Funny enough, this card is not once per turn. So you make it, you get your the Crimson Resonator back. You summon 2 more Resonators from deck, and then you can continue to Synchro climb up, and you can make this thing again to do it again.
Okay.
Which
that's pretty cool.
Is really nice. Typically, you're going to be going from Red Rising into Scar Red. This one's new. If it's sent from the field to the graveyard, it summons out the basic Red Dragon Archfiend from the extra deck, and it is treated as a Synchro summon. If it is used as Synchro material, it destroys all attack position monsters your opponent controls as well. And this thing's name is treated as Red Dragon Archfiend whenever it's on the field or in the graveyard. So all the effects that special summon back Red Dragon Archfiend works with this.
It's pretty sick.
And then I played 1 Calamity. Never made it at all. Never saw used to. It's not. I don't even think this thing is good in here.
Yeah, flex spot for anyone watching.
And then played 1 Starlight. Never made it. It could come up. It's good for time. And then played 1 Dispotter. And Dispotter was good because of the Bystials and summoning back the banished dragons and special them back in a tuner if I needed to. And yeah, it was a really good card. I'm really glad I ran it.
Hell yeah.
And then side deck, not nothing too big to mention here. Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler.
Appreciate you. It's all good. People know what this card does by now, hopefully.
Evenly. Never sided them in once. Never saw the need to.
Okay.
Sided in 3 Ash against Branded the second time I played against it, and that's just because I felt like it would be funny to Ash the Branded Fusion.
Makes sense.
Played 2 Enemy Controller. I actually sided this in a couple times. If I can make the Scar Red and use the Enemy Controller on something, I get another monster and their monster back. So
pretty smart.
It comes up sometimes. Then I really thought about maining this, but I'm really liking Droplet right now. So Droplet, especially with this deck, I played against Sword Soul round 1, and he made Baron and Chi-Chow.
Yeah, that's the game I caught.
Yeah, and I just activated Droplet and sent my Bone Archfiend. For reference, it's this one. So Bone Archfiend, and I sent another card, but it was a monster they couldn't respond to it because Droplet's stupid like that.
Yeah.
But Bone Archfiend can summon back itself from the graveyard by sending any card you control to the graveyard.
It's free.
So it's a free negate 1, and it summons itself back, and then it can change its level to ditch to search something else.
All right, dude, that's pretty cool. Before we end this profile, is there any changes or anything? I know you're talking about a couple things, but anything else you probably consider taking out the deck or adding into it?
Honestly, with the extra deck, I would change a few things. Like I would take out the Calamity and the Scar Red, and I would look into running the new the level 7 Dark Synchro Dragon that came out in Dune, I think. When it's summoned, you can pop a card on the field, I think.
Gotcha.
But it's a level 7 Dark Dragon Synchro, and having that level 7 in the extract would actually come up a couple of times.
Well, most definitely, dude. Next time, we'll make sure to get that next deck profile. Again, Walker, congratulations on finishing X-1 with the deck profile. Our box tournament today, and giving us a deck profile for the first time using structure deck too. So with the new ban list, you did really well, brother. Until next time, guys. Remember, guys, comment, like, subscribe, and check out the rest of the channel. Peace.